If you're not listening to Pubcast, the terrorists are winning. That's what Jay Moore says.
Welcome to the Pubcast. Sit down and enjoy a pint.
Welcome to the Undercover Brother episode of the Pubcast. Allison and Eric join me to break down this amazing and overlooked comedy from 2002. Undercover Brother spoofs the Blaxploitation movies from the 70s, Shaft, Superfly, Coffy, Foxy Brown, but does it with a wink and a nod to the audience, admitting what they're doing in this movie is over the top and ridiculous. That said, this movie is packed with laughs and funny moments, and the cast is great. What Eddie Griffin does in this movie, I don't think any other actor could pull off nearly as effectively. So pull up your bell-bottoms, strap on your platform shoes, and listen up as we break down Undercover Brother.
Get me Undercover Brother!
It's the coolest
Blackness confirmed. You got soul.
and hippest movie in years.
Welcome to the brother. What's up?
What can I tell you, man? Affirmative action.
Newsday calls it a funkadelic fun ride.
I developed a device that allows you to absorb the whole of white culture in mere seconds.
I see white people.
A very funny spoof cheers the Washington
It's
Post.
time to unleash our secret weapon. I call it Black Man's Kryptonite.
Would you like to be my friend?
He had sex with a white girl.
Oh, was it everything I dreamed of?
Excuse me.
No, man, you can't be doing that.
Sometimes we have to do things you wouldn't normally do. No matter how difficult, how dangerous, how good it might have felt.
Eddie Griffin,
You mess with the bro, you got to go.
Undercover Brother, coming to you on DVD and VHS.
Would you stop fooling around?
Okay, Undercover Brother 2002. It's the 20th anniversary, obviously.
Or just was.
Well, is. Well, or was, you're right. Damn it.
Yeah.
Son of a. The no-nonsense plot. When the man tries to derail a black candidate's presidential campaign, Undercover Brother and his fellow secret agents come to the rescue. I don't know if that...
You know what's funny?
What?
I never think about the presidential campaign component of that movie ever when it's on.
It is the heart of the plot, and it is completely
I forget about it every
glossed
time.
over.
It doesn't matter whatsoever.
I don't recall that's the problem that they're solving for. I know they're after the man. I understand all of that. I understand the attempt to whitewash and do all that stuff. I never think it's about a presidential campaign.
Yeah, it's
irrelevant.
It's almost like they're trying to not solve a kidnapping, but it's
Right.
like Billy D. Williams has been kidnapped and they're trying to get him back. It's
Right.
the presidential campaign portion of it is
If you take out the
glossed over big
campaign,
time.
you never introduce Billy D. Williams at all, and you just have the Undercover Brother crew against the man. That's the movie. That's the entire movie.
Yeah, but whatever. I mean, yes. I think just the presidential campaign part, I just don't think that's president or candidate or whatever. I don't think about that.
It's
But
just,
yes, there's of course a 5-minute
I know,
dialogue about it. So
it feels like an afterthought. Like
Yeah.
we have these funny characters and these goofy situations. We got to have.
It's such a short, succinct movie. It's barely 90 minutes.
That's what I wanted to talk about too.
And it's that, in that first 5 minutes, it's what they talk about, and then it moves on so fast.
Yeah. It's off and running. It's an hour and 26 minutes. It is a tight 126 too.
they knew what to do.
Some of these movies, we've mentioned that before. This one, it's especially true. If this movie was an hour 45, or 2 hours would be insane,
Yeah.
but an hour 45, I wouldn't like it as much. It'd be too much. There's not enough there
Yeah.
to make that movie. Hour 26, the pacing is, it's
Right.
it's constantly moving. It's constantly going. There's no downtime. It's great. As far as short and sweet and to the point and pacing.
Yeah.
It's good. This movie, I'm not getting into where we watched it, when we saw it. Who cares? This is based on a 12-episode animated series that was on the internet in 2000. This is five years before YouTube. So there was no like central hub for people to see this. I don't know. I assume, and I tried to look it up. I don't know what website it was on. If it was on like undercoverbrother.com or something. I have no idea what it was. It wasn't like on whatever sort of video platform that preceded YouTube, like a Daily Motion or whatever sort of video.
Yeah.
I have no idea where it appeared. I don't know how people saw it. I thought it was a comic book before, but I think it was an animated internet series beforehand, like the first thing. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if I'm remembering correctly, the actor that plays Smart Brother was the voice of Undercover Brother on that internet series.
Yep. Yeah, and that's
Smart Brother was
Undercover Brother. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the actor at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm curious to hear. You can find clips. I have not watched it and heard his rendition of or his version of Undercover Brother.
Mm-hmm.
This is obviously a spoof of Blaxploitation movies from the 70s. Shaft, Superfly, Coffy, Foxy Brown, and it exaggerates to some degree the black culture of the 70s. What I wrote down is that Undercover Brother is to Blaxploitation movies of the 70s what Austin Powers is to James Bond movies and the British invasion type movies of the 60s. It's sort of a big parody and a mashup of all that sort of stuff.
Right.
Definitely.
Obviously, it's a goofy parody. Could this movie get made today?
I actually think it can.
As sensitive as everybody is right now?
Because I think it is intentionally over the top. Yes.
It definitely is. I mean, but to a rational thinking person, of course, it's
a satire.
It's a satire exaggeration. It's a caricature.
Yeah.
And it's sort of winking at the camera, like we know the 70s were weird, and we're just making it even more weird. It's weird. But today, people are so crazy about that stuff. I don't know if it would work.
I think it would. It's going to have to be made by and with the right people. But yes, I think it definitely can.
So, Undercover Brother 2023, made by Jordan Peele.
Yes.
I think it'd still be a hard sell.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there'd be equal support and backlash. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've been trying to think of something because I figured we would have this conversation, and I was trying to think of something that would be similar, that is a bit more current, and I couldn't quite get there.
I don't think because of the racial aspect, because that's such a touchy, or can be such a touchy place. No, I don't. I can't think of something that took a twist on a potentially explosive topic or serious topic and made it that funny. It's kind of like those airplane movies from the 80s. It's got some of that feel to it. Obviously, the Austin Powers thing we talked about, but I can't think of an equivalent in the past 20 years.
But I think there are shows out there. They might not be comedies, but they are like calling out a lot of kind of the same issues or stereotypes or whatever in a more direct way. Like there's that show Dear White People and stuff like that, where it's like it calls out a lot of the I mean, I'm kind of repeating what I just said, but kind of like how people respond to different racial topics or discussions or whatever. And it's intended to be a more serious, like melodrama kind of thing. But But I think you change the genre and it can be the same thing.
Well, that's my question. Could it be a comedy? And then would it have to be a series so you have enough breathing room to do it,
No.
do it? Or could you do it in a tight movie?
I think you can do it in a tight movie.
All right. I'd love to
Stuff
see
like
it.
this happens on SNL all the time.
Yeah, well, but a 3-minute sketch is
Right.
different.
I know, but
There's a lot more landmines to hit in an hour and a half movie.
But I think then that's where you get into what you were just talking about. Can you?
I know. I'm just saying. I don't think it can. I think if it could be made, it would be made. Hopefully, it will be something this equivalent. Anyway, I wrote down. I don't have a lot of notes at this point, other than two. I'm going to call them both cameos. Two amazing cameos in this movie. Billy D. Williams, which is not exactly a cameo, but might as well be. He is provides as wooden a performance as you could possibly give. He's in the movie, but he's not really in the movie.
Right.
He's just a guy. He's playing the cardboard cutout of Han Solo in this. Like he's Calrissian.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, look at me. I'm Billy D. Williams. I'm not going to act, but I'm just going to stand here and smile as a general, which is fine. Who cares? James Brown.
Yeah.
Amazing.
James Brown is insane in this movie.
Oh my gosh.
He has all of 30 seconds of screen time, 45
Something
seconds.
like that.
And he's so James Brown.
Yep. Hello, Mr. James Brown.
Eric, what do you think of James Brown in this movie?
He nails it. He couldn't have. He checks every box he checks every box you want from James Brown in that situation. Just to be. He does the dance.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He's got the outfit, the hair, the smile. Makes a stupid comment and then does his little squiggle foot dance.
But I love how he gets Mr. Feather to break the say it loud.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
All right. So box office performance in 2002. This is not a big box office movie.
I don't think it was.
But I'll go through the top 10 as usual, and then we'll get to Undercover Brother.
This was 2002?
2002.
This is probably one of the most recent movies we've done, isn't it?
Yeah.
20 years.
Snatch we did. Casino Royale was 2006, 8, something like that.
Right.
5 or 6, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Spider-Man, $400 million.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah. Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, $302 million. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets,
wow,
$243 million. There's 3 just colossal franchises.
Yeah.
You're fucked already.
Yeah. Undercover Brother, number 4.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Just kidding.
Signs.
Oh.
The
M. Night Shyamalan.
Last vestige of M. Night Shyamalan's genius, or supposed genius. $227 million. My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yes.
I mean, it was a sensation for a while.
Yeah.
$223 million.
Wow.
Back to big franchises. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, $218 million. Austin Powers and Goldmember, $212 million.
I love that movie.
Men in Black 2, $190 million.
Wow.
Ice Age, $176 million.
Wow.
And then A Beautiful Mind with $154 million.
Wow.
So heavy hitters, top to bottom.
What? Only 2 of those are non.
Yeah, Beautiful Mind and Signs.
Oh, and my Big Fat. Well, that even had a sequel.
Yeah, a sequel.
And a Broadway play and all that stuff.
Yeah, so
wow.
Just tentpole summer blockbusters.
Wow.
Undercover Brother was number 68.
Whoa.
With 39 million.
Wow.
That's still a good, that's a decent number for any kind of movie.
What was the budget?
The budget was 25. So 20 years ago, I don't know how they did the math or how you estimated like marketing and stuff. These days they say double the budget is the marketing, so it would be 25 million for the movie, 25 million for the marketing. I'm not sure that's the case, but whatever. It made money or broke even or close enough.
Yeah.
Number 75, so 7 spots below Undercover Brother. I thought this was interesting. E.T. the re-release.
Wow.
35 million. I know.
Interesting.
Weird. I forgot that was re-released. And
in 2002.
In 2002.
That would have been the 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
For that movie.
Yeah.
So we're looking at 40 years for E.T. now.
I'm both surprised it is that low and that high.
Yeah.
That was that when they like did they changed the effects when it's like
with like the guy had keys instead of a gun and stuff like that.
It's like the FBI agents have flashlights instead of guns.
Yeah,
right.
I think
like
so.
That.
I mean, and then they reissued the DVDs or the Blu-rays or whatever, and all the new things were in there.
Yeah.
Which I think that's what we have in our collection somewhere.
Yeah.
So I wrote down one little tidbit about that. Undercover Brother made $12.1 million during its opening weekend, ranking 4th at the box office, behind, I don't know if this is in order, it might be in order, The Sum of All Fears, Jack Ryan, Star Wars, Attack of the Clones, and Spider-Man. So then Undercover Brother was 4th on that weekend at least. So that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, Rotten Tomatoes. Audience or critics? Let's do audience first. What do you think the audience in 2002 said about Undercover Brother?
The people that went to go see it, I would say 83%.
83. Eric?
75.
The audience score for Rotten Tomatoes was 64%.
Wow, really?
I know. I would have thought in the 80s, for sure.
Yeah.
So, critics, what do you think on this now that I gave it away?
So it's going to be higher than that. I'm gonna stick with 83.
All right. Eric?
I'm gonna go lower, and I'll say 65.
Critics had it at 78%.
Oh.
Okay.
Critics, almost 8 out of 10, essentially, gave it a thumbs up.
Well, they hopefully saw it for what it was.
Yeah. But
I'm surprised audiences didn't like it. Like,
less than 2/3.
I chuckle or laugh out loud throughout that movie. It's so great.
If you saw the previews,
Eddie Griffin.
You went to this movie, you walked in, did you not get exactly what you were hoping for? Yeah, I don't know. Strange.
Wow.
Let's talk. Let's just do a sidebar on that for a second. Okay. Eddie Griffin. I mean,
he's so great.
Great stand-up comic in the late 80s or mid 90s, I think. At least that's where I saw him for the first time. And
HBO special was the first time I remember seeing
Yeah.
it.
He did some TV shows either before or after this, around this time. Good, solid comedic performer. He knocks it out of the fucking park in this movie. I mean, we're going to do the recasting later. Yeah. I don't know how you recast Eddie Griffin.
I know. It's so good.
I can't think of one person, living or dead, that would play that part as well or better.
I know.
No way.
It's so good. And it's his facial expressions. It's
everything.
It's his voice intonation. Yeah.
His voice, his face, his comedic timing, his sort of like charm and personality.
God, it's so good.
His weird physicality, the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Great.
That opening montage with him in that car.
We'll hold on to that.
I know.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, so good.
I've got that under scenes.
Memorable scenes. Yeah.
Okay, so I looked up as much trivia as I could find on this movie. There's almost none. There's virtually nothing. I wrote down a few things here and there. The casting, like who was almost cast and who wasn't cast, I didn't find one single thing about that. So there's no behind the scenes information about this movie,
right? That
I could find without maybe buying the DVD, and then maybe there's some extras on there or something. Who knows? So this is going to be sparse, and
we'll see. It would be great if this movie had like a director's commentary.
Oh, that'd be great. I don't want the director though. I want Eddie Griffin basically just doing the whole thing.
Well, yeah, it's director Eddie Griffin and Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
The DVD that I have has commentaries by a commentary by the director and by Eddie Griffin.
Oh, really? Together or two separate ones?
Two separate.
Oh.
There you go. All right.
Oh my God.
Well, you may have more insight into this than I do, Eric, but all right,
I unfortunately I did not take the time to
you
dig
did
that deep.
Invest your weekend on watching the movie and then two separate commentaries.
Watching it 3 times? No. I did. We talked about Smart Brother being the voice of the animated series,
right?
Some of these are like Easter eggs. I'll just go through some of these. They're not even really. Some are trivia, some are not.
Okay.
At one point, Shy McBride, the chief, says that he's getting too old for this and looks at the photograph of Danny Glover on the wall. For those who don't know, Danny Glover is famous for his role as Roger Murtaugh in the Lethal Weapon series in the sequels, and he would always say, "I'm too old for this shit." So that's a nod to that.
Nice.
I mean, it was. If you have any knowledge of that, it was completely obvious, but fine. Denise Richards, White She-Devil, and Neil Patrick Harris, Lance, previously starred together in Starship Troopers.
Oh, all right.
The following year, Eddie Griffin and Denise Richards, I think the following year after
Undercover Brother. Okay.
Eddie Griffin and Denise Richards both appeared in Scary Movie 3.
Oh.
Don't forget, Eddie Griffin and Dave Chappelle were together again in A Star Is Born in the remake from a couple of years ago.
Whoa.
Oh, right.
There you go.
I thought of that. I was watching. I'm like, oh my God, that's right. That's
interesting.
Undercover Brother and Conspiracy Brother back together again.
Slightly different movies.
When Lance kills the 3 security guards after being called a sissy, he does so using 3 fatalities from the Mortal Kombat video game. Kano's heart rip fatality, Sub-Zero's spine rip fatality, and Jax's head clap fatality.
Oh my God. I knew it had to be related to that. I mean, the spine getting ripped out and ripping the heart out. Yeah. That felt familiar, like I had seen it.
Just that yell. I'm sure we'll get to it again later in Memorable Seats, but the "I am not a sissy."
Yeah,
he yells that.
I know.
Oh, perfect.
Conspiracy Brother, played by Dave Chappelle, complains about how Bubba dies so early in Forrest Gump. Chappelle actually turned down the role of the offer to play Bubba in Forrest Gump. Yeah.
Chappelle was going to play Bubba?
I saw that in multiple places.
Get out of here.
Take it with a grain of salt, but that's what I saw.
Whoa. Interesting.
I think he's addressed it as well.
Huh.
But yeah.
That's a different movie.
It's a very different movie. That's all I've got for trivia and any casting. Eric, anything that comes up for you?
No, yeah, I don't remember anything about or hearing anything or reading anything about casting either. Trying to think of any trivia that you didn't cover.
There were two things that I saw, and I'm going to kind of botch them a little bit.
All right.
Because I figured you might have caught them. One was that the director, and I'm forgetting his name, is a cousin of Spike Lee.
Oh, right.
And so the reference to Hollywood has a conspiracy against Spike Lee was kind of a inside joke, like family joke kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the other is, which is one of those memorable scene or quotable lines is, your body's slamming, so let's get to jamming.
Yeah.
Eddie Griffin, it's a play on a Prince lyric, and he is a distant cousin of Prince.
Right. I wonder if those happened because of those relations, or if they just made sense because
it's just better because of the connection.
Yeah.
All
right. That was a quickie trivia for this one. Let's get into recasting debates. It is time to recast debate.
Better close the door. It's time to recast debate.
All right. We have
I'm laughing already.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people to cast. Only in 2, 3 spots do I potentially have 3 people.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll mention them if I need to or can, but I don't. It's fine.
There were some characters where I had more because I felt some were going to duplicate.
Oh,
and so I wanted to have backups.
1, 2, 3. I bet we have 3 or 4 that we all have somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we start with Undercover Brother and work our way down?
Sure.
Or yeah.
All
right. Undercover Brother. This is where I really have 2.
Okay.
And I'll save the third for after everybody else goes.
Okay.
Then I'll blur it out. I found this hard because of the Eddie Griffin issue we just talked about.
Right.
So the guy I want to play it, I don't know if he has the over-the-top humor.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely a good enough actor, but is he enough of a comedic actor? Can he get to those places where Eddie Griffin does? I don't know. I want it to be John David Washington.
Oh, yeah, I thought of him. Yeah.
I think he could do it, but I don't know about his, super crazy comedy stuff.
Yeah.
The guy I think can probably get there is Donald Glover.
Right, that's who
He's my
Undercover
Brother.
Yeah.
And I have a third that I'll blurt out later that I don't like. But Al?
Donald Glover was my top. I've got Chris Redd.
Oh.
From SNL.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So I have a third one that I can save.
All right.
If you want.
We'll have Eric give us 1 or 2.
Yeah, we'll go 3 for 3. I also have Donald Glover as my Undercover Brother. And then the second name that I have, I'm less enthusiastic about, but still I think could pull it off, is, and I always try and put him in somewhere, end up putting him somewhere, Lakeith Stansfield.
Yeah.
Oh.
See? Yeah. Well, I'll come back to that in a minute. That's a good one. I have him elsewhere. And so my number 3 that I don't want in this movie, but it kind of makes sense for this kind of a role, Kevin Hart.
No. He's too,
I don't like it, but sure.
Yeah.
That's why it is.
I thought about plugging him in other places and ended up passing.
Yeah.
I've got Gerard Carmichael as kind of a backup.
Who? I know the name. Who is he?
He's a stand-up comic. He just did. He hosted SNL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
HBO special.
Yeah. He's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I have 3 for this too. Maybe I do have 3 more than I think. Okay. Eric, why don't you lead off with Sister Girl?
Okay. I do have 3 names. I guess in no particular order. I don't know. There isn't really necessary. I don't think really a necessary need for real comedic timing because she's playing a full movie.
Yeah.
Lashana Lynch, she's the actress that was the new 007 in
Oh, yeah.
The Time to Die.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good.
And then I have Zazie Beetz.
Oh, yeah.
And Janelle Monáe.
That's who I had.
Oh, that's a good one, too. Okay, you mentioned Zazie Beetz. I think I had her at my number 1. But I'll move her to the back and then reshuffle the deck.
Okay.
I have Keke Palmer as an option from Nope.
Yep.
I think the one I'm starting to like more and more is Ego Nwodim.
Yeah.
From
I almost put her on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that too.
The more I think about her, I think I like her the best of the 3. But Zazie Beetz, you can't go wrong with.
Yeah.
So
I had Janelle Monáe. She was like my top because you could think of the side eye that she gives all the time in that movie, like it's perfect.
Yeah.
The other person I've got is Jessica Williams. She was a correspondent on The Daily Show when Jon Stewart was there. She was the teacher Eric in Booksmart.
Yep.
Okay.
That did the crosswords.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Her. And then I've got Letitia Wright as kind of a third. The sister in Black Panther.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Allison, give us your conspiracy brother.
Oh, okay. I've got 3 pretty good ones.
All right.
I've got Jay Farrow.
Oh, sure. Right.
I've also got...
Wait, would he be doing an impression of Dave Chappelle?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
I've got Michael Che.
Son of a bitch. I thought I was going to sneak that one in.
Yeah, I got him too.
Damn it.
But I'm going to change it to Conspiracy Sister, and it's going to be Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah. That's good.
Nice.
See, okay. I had Michael Che.
Yeah.
This is where I had Lakeith Stanfield.
Oh, yeah.
I think he'd be on my number 1 of my list, although Che could have been. I've got one more that I'm going to wait until after Eric mentions it, and then I'll throw it out there. Because I don't have him here, but I have to mention it.
Okay.
So it's making me nuts.
Okay.
Eric, give us your conspiracy brother.
All right. I also had Michael Che.
I thought I was going to get that.
I'm thinking Keegan Michael Key.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I think the one I like the best is Lil Rel Howery.
Oh, yeah.
Who? What's his name?
Lil Rel Howery. He was in Get Out.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, he's good. I'm trying to think, should I mention this guy's name? He hasn't come up yet. I'm going to hold this one. I have a name here. Just when we get there, we'll get there. But I have a name here that is not on any of my lists, but I can't believe I don't have him in this movie somewhere.
Okay.
It's driving me nuts because he should be in this movie somewhere.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to go to Smart Brother.
All right. There is, if we don't all 3 have one name, I'm going to be upset.
I have only one name. We could probably all just count to 3 and I'll say it.
Well, okay, let's do that one. Let's do that one. And then I'll go to my other 2. But
I wanted to all... Go ahead.
Count of 3?
Someone's going to say Tom Hardy, right?
No.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sam Richardson.
Kenan Thompson.
I've got Kenan Thompson also.
What'd you say, Eric?
Kenan Thompson. That's
Yeah.
my only
I've got him too.
That's the answer. That's the only answer.
No, Sam Richardson.
No. That's the answer.
Yes. No. What are you talking about?
It's Kenan Thompson.
No.
So my other ones, I had him second. My third place, Eric already mentioned him, is Keegan-Michael Key as my smart brother. My number 1, which sort of came at the last second, Hannibal Buress.
Oh, yeah.
I want a Hannibal Buress as my smart brother.
It'd be good.
Yeah.
It'd be good.
Yeah. I thought Keenan was a layup. But,
he's on my list for sure.
Al, give us the rest of your smart brothers.
I had Kenan Thompson, Sam Richardson, and Jordan Peele.
Oh, there you go. Eric, you had Keenan. That was it?
That's my only name.
Yeah. I thought about just having one as well. Okay. This one could be interesting. Chief.
Yeah.
Al, why don't you start with your Chief?
So it's funny you mentioned Keegan-Michael Key for Smart Brother. I put him in as the Chief because of you think of the substitute teacher skit, and it's perfect.
Or Coach at TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also have Craig Robinson.
Oh, I like that one too.
That's a good one.
Eric, give us your Chief.
I've got a couple. Wesley Snipes.
I did not expect that one.
Nope, but it's good.
Terry Crews.
I knew that was coming.
That was definitely coming. Yeah.
Yeah. And then going in a different direction, but I think is my favorite, Angela Bassett.
Oh, that is good. That is good.
So I've got, I think, 3 very different Chiefs, or at least their performances will be different. Number 3, because I like to put him in as many movies as I can, Anthony Mackie.
Oh.
I think he could do it. My number 2 is not Angela Bassett. It's Viola Davis.
Oh, yeah, that's good too.
Chief.
Yeah.
My number 1 is Brian Tyree Henry.
Oh, yeah.
I think he'd be perfect for it.
Yeah.
He's really good. All right. Let's have Eric. You start with White She-Devil.
I struggled with this one a little bit. I think my number 1, is Alexandra Daddario.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I really struggled. I guess maybe a backup. I have Kate Upton, but I really couldn't come up with I struggled with this a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think who is the Denise Richards of today.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's an answer to that question, but
I have a good one.
The only one I really wrote down was Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got for that one.
I had written down a bunch of names, and then when I found this one, it's the only answer, and it's Emily Ratajkowski.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if she can act, though.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really
Is
matter.
Denise Richards really
Denise
acting?
Richards can't act either.
I mean, you could put in like a Margot Robbie or something like that as like
just a throwaway, but it wasn't worth mentioning. I don't think that would work. Okay. I'll start with this one. Lance, this is our Neil Patrick Harris stand-in.
Yeah.
I wrote down 2. I kind of struggled with this until I found my number 1.
Mm-hmm.
My backup is Christopher Mintz-Plasse. You know him as McLovin.
No.
I don't like that one, but it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then the one I like is Mikey Day from SNL.
Yeah. Yep.
I think
Mikey Day is my backup.
Hold up. Ooh. All right, Eric, give us your number one then.
All right. So, in that same vein of SNL, my number one for Lance is Andrew Dismukes.
I had him on my list too.
I considered it. I definitely considered it. Yeah.
I can't believe it. I have Charlie Day as Lance. He'd play a different, but I've got him as being like the guy that would be perfect for that role.
Possibly. I don't, in my mind, I don't think he can come off nerdy enough, but maybe he can.
I think it's going to be more annoying. That's what it's going to be.
I know.
It's going to be annoying.
I always think of him as the It's Sunny character.
Yeah.
And also he's 50. So that played into my thinking as well.
Is he really that old?
He's roughly our age.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. But I have Andrew Dismukes. And then I had Jack Quaid.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. That's good. All right. Al, you go first for Mr. Feather. I had a hard time with this one. Until I found it.
I went to the SNL well again. This is where I had Mikey Day.
Yeah, I considered that as well.
But I've also got Colin Jost.
As Mr. Feather?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We have to get a
different Feather.
Yeah. We need Colin Jost coming out of his shell a bit.
But it's not going to be played the same as Chris Kattan. But I think about Michael Che and how the two of them go back and forth. Like I like him kind of in that uncomfortable.
You have Che as conspiracy brother?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where do I have Che again? Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, just kind of because of what happens between the two of them, I kind of like it.
Yeah. I had one and only one name for this. I don't know that I love it, but it's the only person I thought of that to me would fit this in a weird way. I wrote down James Marsden.
Oh,
for Mr. Feather.
Yeah.
I wanted the comedic SNL thing, but I didn't go down that route exactly. Yep. Who can be goofy and is sort of both likable and unlikable, like some kind of that was James.
That's good.
Yeah.
I thought about him for Lance at one point, and then I saw that he was too old.
Yeah. Yeah. Eric, who's your Feather?
I did also dip into the SNL pool again. I went with Andy Samberg.
That's not bad. I like that. Yeah, when you get these,
I mean, then you could put in what's his name, who plays Barry. Like, if you think about having that same voice, he could do like an impersonation of Chris Kattan playing that part.
When you get these comedies, it's hard not to hit SNL hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, memorable scenes and quotable lines.
Oh my God, the whole movie.
I didn't really write down that many quotable lines. I wrote more scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, There is one quote that's quoted in our house at least once a week.
Say it.
Let's see what this so-called button does.
Atomic core ray. See what this so-called button does.
So stupid.
It's so great.
It's said it fucking every day.
Sorry, Eric.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, I was as I was watching the movie, I was just sort of writing things down or taking notes, like little things that made me giggle at the time, and I wound up with a gigantic list.
Yep.
That was it was.
It's a movie like this. It's almost dangerous to take notes during the movie because you're going to write down every line.
Yeah.
It's so tight and well packed with stuff. So some of the scenes that I wrote down include essentially the whole opening sequence. The opening, voiceover, the credits, and the theme song. Basically, the first 8 minutes of the movie. The car ride with the orange soda and the steering wheel knob, the spin out, and Eddie Griffin just being Eddie Griffin.
Trying to spin that giant Cadillac DeVille.
It's like 37 feet long.
It's like doing that in a semi. Like, it's huge.
But I did do a 360 in my dad's Cadillac that is about that size.
God.
Yeah. Not on purpose.
Oh my God.
On a wet and rainy day, and I was 17.
Were you sweating bullets?
It was a Tommy Boy moment, where the bad thing happens and then the hood goes down. They're like, oh, thank God. Like when they spin and whatever. Yeah. I was taking a turn too quick, and it had just started raining. So it was like there's that film of like
oil and
a little bit of water and this big heavy car with this huge engine, but the tires weren't wet enough yet. Not enough traction. I took it too fast, spun out. There's cars like around me, essentially. I'm on a road with people, and I spin this boat 360 and turn around. I'm like, and I was back on the road. And oh my God.
And you didn't spill a drop of your orange soda?
Yeah, oh my God. I spilled a drop of sweat, that's for sure. So that whole sequence is bananas. So the fight at the end, the final fight between Undercover Brother and Mr. Feather, when he chops out part of his afro and it just plops out.
Favorite.
Oh my God.
It's the greatest. It gets me every time.
You mess with the fro, you got to go.
Oops.
You mess with the fro, you got to go.
What gets me about it is that on that swipe and the music cuts.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. It's like the whole production stop. Like, whoa, don't touch his hair.
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody's holding their breath.
And the timing of the piece flopping out is great. The whole Caucasian overload scene with the music culture montage, the mayonnaise and the hot sauce, Neil Patrick Harris with the trivia questions on the note cards. It's great.
Yeah.
Not to gloss over on the Caucasian vision and the montage. What makes me laugh every time, because it's so completely random, but at the same time so spot on, is Major Dad.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh every time.
Yeah.
God.
The whole cat fight scene, with the shower and the guys on the chairs and whatever, that's insane. That's ridiculous.
Yep. It's getting all racial up in this piece. Like,
there's a lot of lines.
When they're at the Khaki Republic, Tanja.
Oh,
Tanja.
Yeah, I have that written down. I just wrote down Tanja, because if I see anybody's name spelled with a J like that, I will think of that movie. Tanja.
That girl Tanja.
He said he would stick his foot up my so-called patootie.
So-called button.
Just about anything Dave Chappelle says in this movie.
I wrote that down too.
It's just he's like a scene stealer every time.
Every conspiracy brother line or scene. Yeah, it's great.
It just goes off, like he starts talking and it immediately goes off the rails. Like it's insane every time. Which I do wonder how much of that was scripted and how much is it of him just kind of improvising.
Yeah.
You could hear him also, like you can hear him in it.
Well, how much of it was scripted and then rewritten or, tweaked by Chappelle or whoever?
Yeah, it had to be like one of those situations where they let him do it. You do it once with the script, and then you do it how he wants to do it.
You think so?
He advises the rest of the way.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna mention the right after the shower fight, or right before the shower fight, and they're gonna escape. He's like, it's time to platform out of here. And then done. Damn duck shoes.
Fucking hell. The duck shoes is hilarious. The actual platform when the platform shoes gag that they do earlier, that is so out of control, insane, funny, and goofy.
But I like all of the white security guards standing there, and the one guy just kind of points in the middle as they're up high. It's so great.
There's a surprising amount of like CG in this stupid.
That's how they got
comedy.
to a $25 million budget or whatever it was.
This is a $10 million movie that cost 25 because of the CG. Yeah,
I did like the barbershop scene. Where he's going off about this, except for the KGB or the FBI, and all the guys around him are laughing, and then they go down the thing, and he's screaming, and it's like 6 feet.
There's so many dumb gags like that.
It's so great. It's so great.
The falling down the well for 42 seconds, and then it's a 6-foot drop.
Yeah.
Speaking of dumb gags, the scene the joke that I cannot stand in this movie. It's so terrible and so out of place.
Here we go.
The stomping of the potato chip bag.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. I hate it for this movie because it's so out of place and does not work.
Except for the follow-up line was, I was going to eat those.
I just bought those.
Or I just bought those, yeah.
It is so dumb.
It's so dumb.
I know. I do like
the wrong joke for that movie.
Yeah. I like all the fight scenes, like when he throws the picks early on at the security guards and puts their hand on the wall. All of the weird fight scenes are great.
Yeah.
The names that he says when he's fighting.
Yeah.
Like Shaka Khan, Shaquille O'Neal. It's brilliant.
Yeah. So
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's right. There was a sequel to this, Undercover Brother 2.
Okay.
I hope none of us have seen it.
I have not seen it.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah. It's with Michael Jai White, the big kung fu martial art action movie guy. He was Gamble in The Dark Knight. He was one of the gangsters.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of B movies,
Yeah.
but some A movies as well. He is Undercover Brother in the sequel.
Is it a serious movie?
I don't know. No, it can't be. But I don't know if he's playing the same character because he's a giant,
right?
A big muscle-bound giant kung fu dude. I don't know how he can play Eddie Griffin's character.
Yeah.
So is he a different character? I have no idea. It doesn't matter. No one saw that movie. No one will ever see that movie. But I can't believe a real sequel with real money behind it wasn't made. There's enough stuff out there that makes roughly what this made, or comes close enough to making money that they get sequels or they get something thrown together, and it just dissolved.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So, would you want to see a sequel? Yes. Do I want to see the actual sequel? No.
No.
Okay. The How Much Are They Worth game.
And now, let's play the How Much Are They Worth game.
I've got 5.
Okay.
The only one I'm considering changing is Shy McBride. But I have him in there because I like him. I don't think we're going to talk about him again, really, for a while.
Okay.
So we got Shy McBride, Denise Richards, Neil Patrick Harris, Eddie Griffin, and Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
Maybe you could replace Shy McBride with Chris Kattan, but I don't want to do that. So, all right. So let's start with Shy McBride.
Okay. All right.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on here? Website is rebelling against me.
What is
going on here?
He was in Beavis and Butthead. Yeah. Recently. A lot of like voiceover work, it seems.
He was in Gone in 60 Seconds.
Draft Day. A lot of animated stuff.
iRobot. Yeah, I haven't seen him lately. I think he's on a TV show or something now, but
he's in lots of TV shows.
He was in a lot of stuff. I don't know, 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
He was the dad in Roll Bounce. Boston Legal.
A lot of TV,
Boston
some
Public.
movies.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give him a number here. All right.
Okay.
Eric, do you have a number for Shy McBride?
Yes.
What do you got?
I will say 5 million.
I had 6.
I had 12.
Ooh.
Shy McBride has a net worth of 10 million.
Wow.
Nailed it. The website has changed. It's a different celebrity net worth. You have updated your site. I don't like it. Okay. Denise Richards. Eric, do you remember the name her fake name she gives?
Bond girl name?
No, in this movie.
No.
You will appreciate this because it stood out to me. Her fake name in this movie was Penelope Snow. And what is her name in the Bond movie?
Christmas Jones.
Christmas Jones.
Oh my God.
Christmas Snow.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a connection. I don't know.
Yeah.
But equally bad names. Okay, Denise Richards. We know she was in Starship Troopers.
She was Love Actually. Cameo at the end.
Love Actually.
2 episodes of 30 Rock. 3 episodes of 2.5 Men.
Yeah. I feel like she must have had an episode on Friends or something too. Like
She was on Seinfeld for an episode.
Yeah. She made the rounds or all those shows.
5 episodes of Spin City.
Spin City, holy shit.
1 episode of Friends, you are correct. She plays Cassie Geller. Wild Things, Scenes from the Cutting Room Floor.
So she was in the movie Wild Things.
2 minutes.
Sure.
She must have been on the cutting room floor.
One of her credits is a deleted scene. All right, I think I have a number for her. I have no idea. Does she get any of that Charlie Sheen divorce money? Who knows? Yeah. I don't know what to make of her.
Melrose Place.
I've got a number. It's crazy. Do you have a number, Al?
Yes.
Eric, do you have a number?
I have a number based on it's based on Charlie Sheen money.
Wait a second. She was in one episode of Doogie Howser?
Who knows?
But my point is, she and Neil Patrick Harris.
No, great.
That's why I'm saying it.
All right, Al, give us your number for Denise.
25 million.
You said 25?
Yeah.
I have 15. Eric?
25 was also my number.
Oh. Did I go low? Ooh. Denise Richards has a net worth of 12 million.
Wow. This is not good.
O'Neill's on a roll.
Not good.
Neil Patrick, don't call me Doogie Harris. He had quite a run over the last 15 years.
In like a resurgence.
Yeah. How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
And a few movies.
Yeah, Harold and Kumar brought him back in a big way.
He was in
Harold and Kumar led to How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, Harold and Kumar. Did he get any of that Doogie Howser money, you think? Did he get residuals? Because did that go into syndication? That was back when that mattered.
208 episodes of How I Met Your Mother.
Wow. Did that go into syndication? Does that matter? You know, who knows? 208 episodes. 208?
It says.
How long was that on? 10 years?
Something like that.
Wow. 9.
Man, he's been in a lot of stuff. Lot of stuff.
Gone Girl?
Yes.
The Matrix Resurrection.
The Matrix. Fucking new one.
3 minutes ago.
I know, but I wasn't listening.
Wow. Feels right.
I choose to forget most of that movie.
I choose The Matrix.
Okay.
Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yeah. All right. Write down your numbers.
Big number.
I have a number. I don't think it's big enough. Eric, give us your number for Neil Patrick Harris.
Because of How I Met Your Mother, I feel like it's got to be a reasonably large number. I'm going to say 60 million.
Fuck.
I said 80.
Fuck. I said 25.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think I underestimated his yeah, I have a problem. Neil Patrick Harris has a net worth of 50 million. You said 60?
Eric said 60.
I said 60.
Oh, and you said 80.
I did.
Eric gets it. Shit, I was way off.
You were closer than I was. If that helps you.
Well, it says here, this site is weird and different, but it says he has a net worth of $50 million and his per episode salary is $225,000. I don't know. I don't know what that's based on, which show we're talking about and when. Like, I don't know why that's on there, but this website has gone a little batty. Okay. Eddie Griffin. The Eddie Griffin, Mr. Undercover Brother himself. He, a lot of stand-up, a handful of shows.
Beethoven's Big Break.
It's fortunate.
Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo.
That's hilarious. Known for Undercover Brother, Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, Norbit, John Q. Got 13 producer credits, 58 actor credits.
Malcolm and Eddie.
89 episodes.
Yeah, Malcolm and Eddie. That's what I was thinking of. A lot recently. Black Dynamite. Beethoven's Big Break. Norbit.
He is a party goer in Gin and Juice, the video.
Oh, he was Grits and Gravy in the Dice Championship on the Chappelle Show.
Yeah, I just saw that. Scary Movie, Pinocchio, Undercover Brother. Wow.
He's got a cameo as a customer in Coneheads.
All right. 89 episodes of Malcolm and Eddie. That's a lot. It's not 200, but it's still 89. Okay, I've got him at... I don't know how to measure stand-up, though.
I know. I just put on a factor. I don't know what that factor is, but I did it.
Allison, give us your Eddie Griffin number.
15 million.
Fuck. I said 32 million.
Whoa.
Eric.
10.
10. Oh, shit. Eddie Griffin has a net worth of $4 million.
Whoa.
That seems crazy to me. Eric gets it. 4?
No.
4? What happened? Something must have happened. I don't know. Okay.
This could be a juggernaut.
And the finale is Dave Chappelle. This number will be significantly higher than 4.
No.
I mean, just Netflix alone is a big number.
He's on the Larry Sanders Show.
Yes, he was. So he's got...
He was in Con Air. Played Pinball Parker.
I remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The Nutty Professor.
I'm just counting.
He was in Robin Hood Men in Tights playing Achu.
Yeah. Chew. He has 10 specials listed since 2017. And that doesn't count whatever he got for Chappelle's Show. I mean, that's whatever. Not to mention those movies, previous specials, Half Baked. I'm sure he didn't get very much for that.
I've got a number written down.
I have a ludicrous number written down.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say mine. Do you have a number written down, Eric?
I do.
All right. I have $400 million.
Whoa!
That is a ridiculous number.
Ridiculous number.
I have 95.
I have 75.
When you go high, you go high.
Wow. See,
I think he made like $100 million on a pair of Netflix specials.
Get out of here.
I don't know. That's the number I had in my head.
I thought it was like 10 million.
I could be way off. I have no problem admitting that.
100 million from Netflix to do 2 specials? Get out of here.
Or maybe it was 3 or whatever. But so I was doing a multiple of that. And so Dave Chappelle.
If you win that one, I'm whatever.
What? You're what?
I'm fine being shut out of this contest today because I am so far 0 points on the board.
You said 95. Eric said 75. I said 400.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle has a net worth of $60 million. Eric gets it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I obviously 100 million wasn't the number.
No,
it
definitely was not.
Less. Eric gets it 3-2, and Al does get shut out. Well, that was something.
That's what I get.
So, okay. We've got the wrap up here of Undercover Brother. I don't think as many people have seen this as we would like to think.
Right.
I feel this is by far the most obscure movie that covered so far.
It's obscure, yet if it's mentioned around us, we know it by heart.
Like our teenagers have seen it.
Yeah.
Because we'll watch it enough times that
we live in a little bubble where this is like standard fare. Like we got this one. We've seen it so many times.
Right.
As we said at the beginning, it's great. It's concise. The pacing is phenomenal. It's a perfectly constructed movie for what it is.
Yeah.
It's just funny enough to
it
work.
Keeps you in.
Yeah.
And all of the characters are perfectly played. Like they are all perfectly played for what they are supposed to be.
Great.
Yeah.
Eddie Griffin is a revelation.
Neil Patrick Harris is also fantastic.
Yeah.
And like I said before, anytime Dave Chappelle is in a scene, he steals it.
Yeah. And I mean, even a guy like the voice actor who played Undercover Brother in this animated series, who plays Smart Brother, he's awesome in it. His little parts.
What's happening in your neck of the woods?
Yeah.
Usually I get Al Roker.
Yeah. Try this mayonnaise.
Speaking of him, when it's the was Sister Girl and White She-Devil are fighting the henchmen, and he's watching, and his face, the face that he makes is so insane.
Have you seen any pictures of him recently?
No.
He is slim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like whatever he weighed in that movie, he's half the size.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
So whatever that means, but I would have liked to see him. I'm sure he
took
did
a page out of Al Roker's book, right?
Well,
like Al Roker was slimmed down too.
Well, he had to because he's Roker. I believe he did do some work after this. He did a lot of voiceover stuff, a lot of voice acting. But I would have liked to see him in more movies.
Yeah,
he's
agreed.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Shy McBride's awesome.
Right.
He's always that sort of gruff guy. It's great. This movie's good. If you've listened this far to the podcast and you haven't watched it, I can't imagine how that happened. But
go to your TV right now.
Go watch it. It's less than an hour and a half, and it's worth it. It's fantastically funny. It's great. I mean, it is. You could put it nearly on par with like an Austin Powers type.
Yeah.
It's got the same vibe.
Yep.
All right.
If you liked Austin Powers, there's no reason for you not to like this movie.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I feel like it almost like steals some scenes from Austin Powers almost. Like,
some of the music in this movie is also very good.
The music is awesome.
It's perfect selection of a soundtrack and how they use the music in the show.
Yeah.
Or in the movie.
Yeah. It's solid.
Yep.
It's solid.
Oh.
Macy Gray with pork chop sideburns.